The USS Leviathan, a nuclear-powered submarine and pride of the Pacific Fleet, was stranded beneath the ocean surface 200 miles off the coast of California. An unexplained engine failure had brought it to a grinding halt. Admiral Grant, a stern man known for his no-nonsense approach, stood in the engineering bay surrounded by frustrated officers and exhausted engineers. The nuclear core was stable, but the propulsion system was dead. The sub floated silently in deep waters, powerless and vulnerable. A knock on the hull signaled the arrival of a rescue crew dispatched from a nearby vessel. Among the new arrivals was a young girl, no older than 11, dressed in an oversized jumper with wide brown eyes and a mysterious calm. She looked completely out of place amid hardened sailors and seasoned officers. She was accompanied by an older Navy officer who introduced her simply, "This is Sky." She requested to inspect the engine. Admiral Grant frowned, baffled. "Is this some kind of joke?" he barked. The officer said nothing, only handed Grant a sealed order marked classified. Inside was a brief note signed by High Command. Let her do what she came to do. Grant scoffed and waved toward the engine compartment. "Fine, go ahead. Let's see if the kid can do better than my crew." The room chuckled. Sky didn't flinch. She tied her curly hair into a ponytail, rolled up her sleeves, and stepped toward the humming core of the sub like she'd done it 1,000 times. Everyone watched in stunned silence. The Admiral leaned over to a lieutenant and muttered, "If she breaks something, she'll wish she was never born." But within moments, Sky was calling out specific tools, tracing wires, and tapping into diagnostic panels no one had thought to check. The chuckling died. Whispers spread through the crew. The Admiral crossed his arms, watching her like a hawk. Deep inside, a strange suspicion stirred. There was something about the girl's confidence, her poise, and the way she handled the complex system as if she were born to it. No ordinary child should even know how to access the system she was working with. Something didn't add up, and Admiral Grant intended to find out exactly who this little girl really was. Within 15 minutes, Sky had bypassed a faulty relay circuit that had evaded the submarine's entire engineering crew. With a few taps on a control panel and manual overrides on the core coolant protocols, the entire sub hummed back to life. Lights flickered, the screen stabilized, and the propulsion system roared faintly in the background. Gasps erupted around her as crewmates confirmed it. The USS Leviathan was fully operational again. Admiral Grant's mouth opened, but no words came out. He marched toward the girl, now kneeling beside a reattached conduit, and snapped, "Who trained you?" Sky stood up, brushed her hands off on her jeans, and simply said, "I can't tell you that, sir." Infuriated, Grant ordered her to hand over identification. The moment her small hand reached into her side bag and presented a biometric military ID card, the room fell deathly quiet. It wasn't a fake. It bore a level 9 clearance, higher than even Grant's. He scanned it with his device and watched as red text flashed across the screen, "Access restricted. Verified by Pentagon override." Her name showed as Sky 001 Department, Advanced Intelligence Division. "Is this some kind of Black Ops project?" he muttered. Lieutenant Marsh looked pale. "Sir, I think she's one of them." "One of what, Lieutenant?" Grant demanded. Marsh leaned closer, lowering his voice. "The AI-integrated human projects. Ghost Division. Rumored to be synthetic hybrids trained since birth for classified operations." Sky turned toward them, unfazed by the whispers. "I wasn't sent here to impress anyone. I was sent because your people couldn't solve the problem." The crew went silent. Even the Admiral didn't respond immediately. Deep down, the respect was beginning to take root. Grant looked at the girl and, for the first time, nodded. "Then, you're staying on this vessel until I get some answers from command. You've just rewritten the entire rulebook." The next 24 hours aboard the USS Leviathan were tense. Admiral Grant remained visibly unsettled. Every move Sky made was watched closely, not out of suspicion anymore, but awe. She operated with uncanny precision, making recommendations that improved the sub's energy efficiency by 23% overnight. When questioned, her answers were precise, tactical, and far beyond the comprehension of most of the crew. Grant spent hours trying to reach High Command, only to receive the same cryptic message: her authority is valid. Do not interfere. That left the Admiral with a sinking feeling. He had led combat missions, stood through missile crises, and seen the Pentagon's ugliest secrets. But this little girl was something else entirely. He invited Skye to dinner in the officers' quarters, hoping to pry information through polite conversation. She arrived neatly dressed in Navy issue black, her ID clipped to her chest. Do you even eat? He joked. Sometimes, she replied with a faint smile. He asked carefully, How long have you been enlisted? 7 years, she answered. The Admiral choked on his water. That would make you, for when they activated me. Grant sat back. It wasn't a joke. She was bred, trained, and embedded into military tech from infancy. Skye continued, I wasn't meant to be on display, Admiral. I'm only here because something bigger is coming. The room chilled. Bigger, he asked. Skye nodded. The malfunction on your submarine wasn't an accident. It was a test, and someone wanted to see how fast your systems could be brought down. You were the prototype target. Grant's stomach dropped. So, this wasn't just an engine failure? No, sir, she whispered. It was a warning. By the following morning, Admiral Grant had summoned his top intelligence officers. Under Skye's guidance, they began scanning the Leviathan's core systems for signs of cyber interference. Sure enough, embedded deep within the propulsion firmware was an undetected worm, military-grade, foreign signature. Someone had indeed tried to cripple the U.S. Navy's most advanced submarine. Skye decoded the encryption within minutes. This isn't from any enemy we recognize, she said. It's what the Shadow Division refers to as an emergent threat. Not AI, not human, something in between. Grant stared at her. Are you telling me there's a rogue faction using weapons we don't even understand? Yes, she said, and you were never supposed to find out. That's why they sent me. The room pulsed with tension. Skye uploaded a full report to the ship's secure mainframe. As the data populated, Grant saw chilling evidence. Multiple subs worldwide had reported minor malfunctions over the past 3 weeks. No one had connected the dots. Until now, the Admiral stood. We need to surface. I'm calling the Pentagon. But Skye shook her head. You won't get through. Communications will be blocked for the next hour. I estimate we have 37 minutes before another strike, likely internal sabotage. Before anyone could speak, an explosion rocked the back of the sub. Screams echoed down the corridor. The lights flickered. Fire alarms blared. Skye didn't flinch. They've activated Phase 2. The engine bay was engulfed in flames. Emergency teams scrambled to seal the compartments, but 2 more systems failed within minutes. Skye took over the central control panel, fingers moving so fast they blurred. She issued commands in a code even the officers didn't recognize. The AI interface responded instantly to her voice. Admiral Grant, despite the chaos, stood in awe. Is she even human? He muttered. Lieutenant Marsh whispered, partially, she's the military's answer to the coming war. Skye rerouted the sub's power, isolating the compromised zones. She initiated a cold shutdown of the weapon system and locked out external access. Then she activated something no one had ever seen before, Protocol Ghost Lock, a failsafe designed only for Level 9 operatives. Within seconds, the sabotage program was traced back to a small implant inside one of the crew members, a spy. The man tried to run, but Skye intercepted him with predictive countermeasures, locking every exit. He was apprehended before reaching the escape hatch. As the threat was neutralized and the ship stabilized, Admiral Grant looked at Skye, who stood calm, her eyes glowing faintly blue in the flickering light. You saved this entire vessel. She looked up at him. You dared me to fix the engine. You had no idea what I came here to fix. That day, the story of a little girl who outsmarted a ghost-level cyber attack aboard a nuclear sub was buried under top-secret files. But to those aboard the USS Leviathan, she wasn't a myth or experiment. She was the future, and her war was just beginning.